Because when these things come and they start to, I'm so sorry, guys. What's up, beautiful and amazing people? It's your girl Joe. Welcome back for another video. If this is your first time here on the channel, welcome to the fitness and empowerment movement. Please consider sticking around by subscribing and also hitting that bell notification icon so you can stay up to date for all of the latest content here on this channel. So this video, guys, it is a video that is going to discuss, just like the title said, some of the ugly and plain out unpleasant sides of weight loss. In the weight loss community, there's a lot of people that show the glitz and the glamour, but far too often there aren't enough of the real deal things, feelings, emotions that people go through. If there's anything that you feel like you can relate to in this video, then I want you to know that you are totally not alone. So one of the not so fun parts about weight loss is something that I actually found out 2 years ago. This was at a time where I was at my lowest weight. I was feeling so good physically, but mentally I was distraught. I would pick at myself every single day. I would stare at myself in the mirror for hours. I would spend time in the gym for hours. And there is a big misconception. There's a total difference with being persistent and chasing your goals and just mentally not being stable and doing way too much because you are just completely unsatisfied with yourself. Now, initially, I figured what I was experiencing was just a level of depression or a level of insecurities that, most women, especially women that are undergoing, a journey in such a short period of time, losing excessive amount of weight. It's kind of one of those things where your mind doesn't catch up to the rate of your body losing the weight. What I'm about to share with you guys is something called body dysmorphic disorder, also known as body dysmorphia or BDD. Now, BDD is extremely hard to explain to those that may have never experienced the symptoms. It's very consuming, and it does not hit a particular race, a particular demographic, a particular gender. It can happen to anyone. And I want to be very clear. This does not only happen with weight loss. This is something that happens in general. So I'm going to give you a medical definition, one of the many medical definitions of BDD, characterized by a persistent preoccupation with at least one perceived defect or flaw in a person's physical appearance. It may not be observable to others, but it is a cloud in one's mind. I'm gonna give you guys some, back history about my personal experience with this. And for those of you that may not know my story at all, I lost 96 pounds in a year. So I went from 270 to 174 all in 1 year. And while that was a great accomplishment, it was also something that happened so quick, so fast. My mental had no actual ample time to catch up. I have been overweight pretty much all my life. I have been the biggest in every single class that I can remember, from elementary school to middle school. And it was just something that I figured, hey, this is what my life is meant to be. When I finally, in my adulthood, reached 270 pounds and I made the commitment to lose the weight, I figured once I started losing weight, all of my troubles would go away. Heard from low self-esteem. I never really talked about it because I didn't want anybody feeling sorry for me, nor did I want people to, creep their way in to make it even worse. So I never talked about it. However, I would totally cover it up with, being the flyest big girl on the block, makeup, hair, clothes, you name it. Now, when I lost the 96 pounds, I was so determined to get the body of my dreams that it just became an over obsession. I noticed that it started to change from me being goal driven to me being obsessive and just completely, mentally unstable. When I would spend 2.5 hours in the gym, I would stare in the mirror for hours, and I would overly obsess about certain parts of my body that I wanted to change. At the time, I was social media heavy. So, I posted every day about the journey. And of course, on social media, there's other people that you see that you gain inspiration from, but you also, in many cases, want to be like them. So there were people that I was seeing them with cuts. I seen their abs, I seen their arms, I seen their legs. And I'm like, I want that too. There would be times where I would set a goal and my body didn't reach that goal. And even though I made significant progress, I could not see it. I still viewed that 270-pound girl in the mirror at 174 pounds. I would literally get in front of the mirror, take a picture, look at it, analyze it, and I would say no. Ain't no way. There's no way I'm gonna go the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days looking like this. Like I'm talking about being in complete disgust, guys. And I know some of you are thinking, well, I would pay money to get to where you were at, or that's really ungrateful or selfish of you. But like I said, it's very difficult to explain the feeling. The symptoms of BDD, I'm going to read you some of the symptoms. Frequently looking in the mirror or avoiding mirrors altogether, believing others are taking special notice of one's appearance in a negative way, excessive grooming, extremely self-conscious, not wanting to be in pictures, skin picking, or comparing your appearance with that of others. There's also avoiding social situations or wearing excessive makeup or clothing to camouflage perceived faults. When I first seen that symptoms list, I literally could take a pen and check everything off. Like, this was me. This is what I was dealing with. And like I said before, not everybody in the weight loss community focuses on what your brain goes through when you are going through this process. It's like you literally have to rewire your brain, and you have to rewire your thinking to get to the body that you have. So it's one of those things that I still struggle with. These things are real, guys. Like, not loving yourself at all is real. Not feeling like you are enough is so real. And I'm not sure how many of you out there can relate, but weight loss is not the holy grail. It is not the savior. And that's why I preach mental health. That's why I preach appreciating and loving yourself and self-acceptance so much, because when these things come and they start to, I'm so sorry, guys. When these things come and they start to make you want to pick yourself apart, you got to be able to look back in the mirror and say, not today. I am not doing this today. This is not who I am, and I refuse to allow this thought to control my day. I want you to put your mental health first before anything else, because that is what truly matters. And if, once again, you're experiencing any of these things, you are not alone. I wish I could come through the screen and hug you right now. It happens in different stages. If you need to talk to someone, please seek professional help. Understand that no, you are not crazy. No, you are not a freak. This happens to many people. Not a therapist. I have no training, no background in this area. However, I definitely felt all of these things, and I know that it is completely real. So I want everyone watching right now to get in the comment section. Give me one thing that you love about yourself and one thing that you're going to work on and get better on every single day. Okay? I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. And until next time, peace.